Good morning, my little beans. We're back with part 3 of VtuberConnect today. So let's just get right into it. Load game. I stand up from my desk, content as I think about the productivity of my day so far. I've managed to make a sizable dent in my gaming backlog while not missing a single second of the VTuber streams I wanted to check out. Unfortunately, the limitations of the human body are preventing me from going further, as my body tells me that it's time to eat.
Get a life.
Right? Imagine needing to eat. Couldn't be me. I remember what Kagurazaka told me the day prior. It's almost time for her to be at the store. Well, I have to get food anyway. I might as well check if she's there. 7 months again batters my eyes with its rays of light as I step outside for the first time today. I think Shouma literally touches grass more than I do. No, because he went outside yesterday. So, like, that's 2 days in a month.
What if he's all imagining this?
That would be crazy. Storefront slowly comes into vision as I approach. I don't see Kagurazaka anywhere. Did I just miss her? No, I'm pretty sure I just deluded myself into thinking that she would want to ever meet me again. I guess I'll just get my food and head back.
Yep.
Hey. I hear the familiar voice of someone who sounds like they've given up hope in the world. Oh, Kagurazaka. So you looking disappointed? Did you think that I already left? Did you miss me that much? The only disappointment I get from life is when VTubers cancel their streams.
Oh, motherfucker.
Sounds like a satisfying life if that's the only thing that disappoints you. What brings you back here? Oh, you know, that thing that your body does when you haven't eaten? I also wanted to check out the new jump chapters. You mean you wanted to get this? Kagurazaka looks down at the sand, her eyes on the last edition of Jump available. She's going to mess with me again and take it. Curses, store manager. Why do you not restock your shelves? No, that's not the one I meant. Oh, okay, I guess I'll take it then. Wait, no. Sure, you can have it. I can't remember the last time I had the chance to catch up to manga. Kagurazaka gives a somber tone. Is it because she's too busy? If she's the time to talk to me like this, then I would imagine she's the time to catch up to manga. But little do you know, Shouma. Little do you know. Which manga do you read? I read a lot. Well, used to. But I'd like to catch up with Heroes of the Sky. I have the volumes for those if you'd like to borrow them sometime. Kagurazaka looks at me weirdly as if I'm misunderstanding something. Sure, I'll take you up on that offer. Don't spoil anything before then, though. I'll murder you. Ooh. Well, you already act like you have nothing to lose. You might very well do it. How rude. I haven't given up on everything yet. There are plenty of things still worth living for. Like cute anime girls. And that amazing parfait at the cafe down the street. Right. Well, you know what they say. Suffering is how you know you're still alive. And you can appreciate the happy moments even more as a result. I didn't mean to click that. What the hell? Just because something's comparatively better doesn't actually make it better, does it? I don't know. Isn't it all comparative? One person's level of suffering might be another person's regular level of living. True, true, true. True, maybe my suffering is just a state of being for me at this point. That's how you're going to interpret it? Our conversation is interrupted by the sound of my stomach. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to keep you from getting food. No, that's alright. Makoto, you're so sweet. We also probably shouldn't just stand around here. Do you want to head to the park just up ahead after I get some food? A smile suddenly forms across Kagazaka's face. Oh? Oh. Hey, stop making it weird. I'm quite the busy person, but I guess I'll spare you the time to stay with you so you aren't lonely. Yeah, I'm sure you spend your time very wisely. What was that? Nothing. I got some rice balls, tea, and the last copy of the Jump magazine on the shelf, and take them to the counter to check out. When I come back, Arzaka's just staring out into the distance, lost in thought. What are you up to? You know, it's this thing. Me too. Me too. Sounds rough. I've got what I wanted to buy, so we can go now. We head down the street to the nature park ahead. Arzaka stares straight ahead, but it doesn't seem like she's focusing on the scenery in front of her. I realize I know next to nothing about her, let alone what she could possibly be thinking about. Oh, that's so pretty. I arrive at the walkway next to the park lake and stare at the surface of the water. As I'm eating my rice balls, I think about how I can get to know Karazaka better. Say, do you also go to Numazu University? Kazaka breaks her focus and turns to me. Oh, you too? I do. I can't say I'm particularly a fan of studying and attending classes, though. There are people out there who are fans of that. If you're passionate about what you study, then sure. I'm just doing it because society's so adamant about sending everybody to get a higher education and so that I can have some security in the future. Can't say I'm particularly passionate about what I read from these textbooks. No, I get that. I can't say I'm particularly passionate about the topics in class either. Most of my passions lie outside of what I do in class. And they are? Anime, manga, video games, the types of inspirational and heartwarming stories and characters that are portrayed are ones that I can't get from other mediums. VTubers as well, of course. Being able to share in those experiences is also nice. Consuming creative media lets me experience journeys, feelings, and thoughts from others I normally wouldn't be able to experience on my own. So you're what they call an otaku. Haha, very funny. I'm sure that concept is very foreign to you. And like that wasn't obvious enough from the conversations we've had. Sorry, please don't talk to me anymore. Her different delivery line gets a laugh out of me. No, but that's something I completely understand. You're able to make a profound connection with something or someone, even if they might be fictional. What about you? What are you passionate about?
Video games.
Me. Of course, I like the same things you mentioned as well. But if I had to describe it, I like creating things as a way to share my own experiences and convey my feelings. There are just some things I can't convey through words alone, and being able to create things lets me share that with others. When I draw that piece of art of that one scene that resonated with me, or sing that song about an experience that I wish to convey, I'm able to express myself and hopefully make that connection with others. And when I'm able to bring happiness to others by doing so, and that's fulfilling in ways that words can't do justice. So it's a bit similar to what I said from the creator's side. You draw and sing though? Sing, draw, dance, voice act, and make content. Can't say I'm particularly great at any of it though. Wow, that's a lot. I'm curious now. Can I see what kind of stuff you make? Yeah, not in a million years. Ouch. I understand though. It really is one of the best feelings though, when something that you create is able to touch the hearts of the people who experience it. It's like they were able to understand me and form a connection. It's like I made a difference in this world and that I matter. This was a bit unexpected, but I feel like I'm getting a better glimpse into her. What she's saying only reminds me of my own feebleness. How do people have the courage to put themselves out there like that if everybody hates what you create? What if the thing that you wish to convey is misconstrued and harmed people? Recall Kygo's secondary part about why she likes VTubers. See? I told you 2 days in a row that VTubers can be a way for people to express themselves in ways that they normally couldn't. As a VTuber, it's like you're reborn as a new person and have a fresh start. Nobody can know who you actually were unless you tell them. Maybe that anonymity, whatever, can empower people to overcome that fear and put themselves out on the internet to share their own experiences. When I think about internet anonymity, I mostly think about how people use it as a weapon to hurt others without any consequences. But maybe it can be used to protect and empower people. Wait, all cars are good ways of expressing yourself are typically those that VTubers also have. She also has the courage to put herself out there, and she herself mentioned that VTubers are a way for people to express themselves. Could she be? No. The chances are pretty small, statistically speaking. Anyway, I can't imagine someone who's as jaded her would be one. Oh, Shouma, how little that you realize. And if she was, it's not like she would say that she was. Exactly. And if you think about it, once we're gone from this world, we'd only have those that remember us that have a lasting impact on the world. But once they're also gone, then you can no longer influence anything. But if you had created something and left it behind, then you can continue to make a difference. Maybe that's my way of rebelling against our inevitable fate. That I refuse to be forgotten. That's true.
She's depressing.
Very, very, very much so. But even if you aren't remembered, you would have influenced people throughout your life. And in turn, those people would influence others. So your impact would continue to grow even after you're gone. That's true. But I still wish to impact people more directly even after I'm gone. I feel more at ease if I knew the work I created was still out there, able to express who I was. Now I'm really curious to see what kind of content she makes. But if it's a work personal to her, then I can understand not wanting to share it with someone she just met. I guess this isn't something that's so easily pursued as a career, right? Most people who pursue careers in the arts have it pretty rough. It being hyper competitive and all. Yeah, even if you do manage to marvelously make a living creating things you enjoy, it's rare that you also have job security with it. And then there's a lot more to it. There's a big difference between doing things you like when you want to do them and doing things you like when you have to do it to live. Your perspective on that completely changes. I think I know what you mean. If you had to do it for a living, then you might have to take on projects that you might not necessarily like, even if you're doing what you enjoy. Like an artist might go from drawing words that they're passionate about to having to draw for words they might not care about. Yeah, and it's not only that. Even if you're able to work on something that you're passionate about, doing the things that you enjoy, you might have to face certain deadlines or have to meet certain expectations. Suddenly, you find yourself doing it because you have to, rather than doing it because you want to. That's like, I think a big thing while content creators get burnt out is while they may have liked creating content in the first place, but having to stick to deadlines and shit could definitely burn them out. Wouldn't that be better than having to work a job where you don't enjoy what you do? Find yourself starting to hate doing what you're passionate about because of all the negatives, then maybe not. It's one of the worst things that can happen. The absolute worst. Oh, she looks so, upset there. You might still love what you do and wouldn't give it up for the world. But if there's any other negative side to it, you find yourself miserable and you won't view it the same way. You seem to feel pretty strongly about this. Do you know someone personally that had to go through that? You could say that. Well, I hope they find their answer. I can't imagine feeling like that towards the things I'm passionate about. I hope so too. If there even is an answer out there somewhere. Well, if I ever find a way you could do the things you like the way you want to do it while also having security, then I'll let you know. But I might want to take the opportunity for myself first. If I get paid to watch VTubers all day, then that would be a dream. Just become a moderator for a very popular VTuber. Because the ones that are successful off of this, they pay their mods. Once I have the financial stability, I'm going to be paying you and Liv as my mods.
What?
You heard me. Speaking of VTubers, I'm sure many of them aim to make a living off of content, but I imagine there are a lot of hardships associated with that. Yeah, I'm sure there are. Say, don't you feel like the way that VTubers make money is simultaneously humanizing and dehumanizing? What the fuck, Makato?
No, that's called OnlyFans.
In what ways? In a way, VTubers sell the personality by streaming. It's like they are the product. Their income is determined by how much people like them, which depends on their personality. It's almost like they're being assigned a monetary value to who they are. Like people who make less money are worth less as people. No! Stop that. Flick. I'm gonna flick your head. Makoto. That's just not true at all. That's the dehumanizing part of it, right? What's the humanizing part? VTubing allows you to express yourself and do the things you want to do. You make money by connecting with people. Alternatively, you could be pulling a lever as a job. Not that there's anything wrong with pulling a lever as a job. There might be a need for that, but it feels a lot more human to be able to express yourself as a job. That's true, but the dehumanizing part is such a negative way to view things. People have different preferences in who they might want to support. Just because a VTuber doesn't appeal to a wide audience doesn't mean they're less valuable as a person. Yeah, you tell her, Shouma. No, I agree. I'm just pointing out that it can seem that way. I don't actually believe it myself. There are so many amazing VTubers out there that are struggling to get by. There are others I know that have such an amazing community to support them despite how broken the VTuber might be. I'm curious to know who she's talking about, but it's probably better not to ask or know. Sometimes it feels like Hasegawa has such a negative outlook on things, but then sometimes it feels like she has absolute trust in others. There's still too much I don't understand about her. But I guess that's to be expected. We've only just met each other. I can't be conceited to think I'll understand her right away. Or you could. You'd be wrong, but you could. Why are you staring at me? I must have been staring at her while thinking to myself. Have you been charmed by all my good points? Oh yeah, of course. You have that realistic view on life. And very unique eyes. Wow. You're too kind. I'm sure every girl you meet instantly falls for you on seeing how good you are at complimenting. But I prefer to see that my eyes show how I've learned the cruelties of the world. See, would you rather be innocent and have never experienced the cruelties of the world, or be someone who's lived through it and is wiser as a result? I'd like to be the one who managed to learn about everything without having to go through the hardships. Don't we all? What do you even do all day to look so tired? What do I do? It's a secret. You haven't reached a high enough bond level with me to unlock that yet. To unlock that. Okay, what level am I right now then? Bond level 8. Wait, that's pretty good, isn't it? Out of 100. Okay, yeah, I figured. Sorry, I missed a digit. Out of 1,000. Hey, isn't that harsh? Is this one of those pay-to-win systems where I can just pay to skip everything? Sure, but it's a gotcha. Give me 10,000 yen for a 1% chance to skip to Matt's bond level. 99% chance to drop down to level 0. Wow, these seem familiar. I think I've seen them in the gotcha games I played. Is there a pity system? Shouma!
You should know everything about that.
Shut up. 1 billion yen for a guarantee? Yeah, I think I'll stick to my usual gotcha games. I think I prefer the 2D world. You have a girl in front of you offering you the secrets of her heart. You turn it down for some 2D waifus. That's right! The secrets of your heart involve me paying you money? I thought we were just talking about what you spend your time on. You don't understand the heart of a maiden, do you? What kind of man tries to extort money from an innocent soul? Oh god. You're anything but innocent. You were admitted to playing gotcha games. What's wrong with gotcha games? They lure you in with all these desirable characters that you expect to be able to collect. Then they hit you with predatory practices to make you spend money because you can't get enough resources to get all the characters you want by being free to play. Are you speaking from experience? No? You're right from the start that would be a futile effort to be free to play. So I started spending money right away. Right. Yu-chan wasn't going to wait for me until her net spinner also spent on duplicates so you can max her out. No, that can wait until her net spinner. But I-chan, on the other hand, stop. My fragile college student finances are crying out in pain right now. I barely have enough to support my favorite VTubers as it is. Hey, think about yourself first. You don't need to donate in every stream or buy every single piece of merchandise to show your support. Many of them would be happy just with you showing up and listening in. Well, it's not like I'm missing out on meals because I'm spending money to support them. I just want to be able to support them whenever I can. Honestly, the support I give isn't nearly enough as what the VTubers have given me. Aww. All the meaningful experiences I've had, as well as just having a place I can go to for comfort. That isn't something that I can put a monetary value on to repay. Hasegawa seems surprised. Did I make that too personal? I guess most people would be creeped out that I spent a lot of my money on VTubers. I'm sure those VTubers feel the same way. What do you mean? That you've also provided something for them that they feel is undeserved or that they won't ever be able to repay? Really? But I mainly lurk with the occasional chatting here and there. I figured I would just be another number to them. That's not true at all. I'm sorry about the abrupt shift in her tone. Viewers aren't just a number to VTubers. That depends. Because I feel like some VTubers let numbers get to their head.
Some. Only some.
I'm trying to give them the benefit of the doubt here.
It's not only like VTubers, like.
Well, no, it's like content creators and streamers in general. There's a huge chunk that only care about numbers. Not me, though. You may not know every single name of their supporters, but the connection that VTubers form with their viewer is meaningful. I refuse to believe that the community they've built together is something that can just be described as a statistic or a way of the VTuber to collect a paycheck. Think about it, it's not too uncommon to hear that content creation is just a job to VTubers and that you shouldn't get too attached to them. But Kazaka is right. There's no way that the relationship can be described like that. No, you're right. I don't believe that either. I can't fully describe the feelings I have about that connection, but I'm sure that it isn't as shallow as being a statistic. Kazaka seems to have calmed down. Sorry for getting angry. It's alright, honestly. I'd rather you have your own beliefs that you're passionate about than be passive and agree with everything I say. I've had interactions where it's obvious that the other person just goes with the flow of whatever I say, doesn't have all that many thoughts of their own. I get that sometimes they just want to come off as nice, but I don't feel like the conversation goes anywhere. That's why talking with Kazaka feels like a breath of fresh air. Understood. I'll proceed to push all of my beliefs onto you from now on. Please don't. I still have some hope for the world, albeit only slightly. I still don't want my outlook to become as bleak as yours. Come on, I told you. I prefer to say that I have a more realistic view. And besides, look at me. I manage to smile through the pain every day. As long as you're able to joke around, I can tell you're doing a great job.
Or you're in denial.
I want this screenshot instead of her like this, because that's gonna be the thumbnail. We both laugh after realizing how silly our conversation has been. I did say before that I tried to support VTubers when I'm financially able, but if there's one pain I'm unable to smile through, it's that I miss out on Mana's half-year anniversary merchandise. That haunts me every day. You mean the playmat, posting, keychain, and postcard? Yeah, I was able to get everything later from third-party sellers except the limited hand-signed postcard. That doesn't exist or sell anywhere. Legitimate ones, at least.
She's gonna be the VTuber.
Oh yeah, no. There's no way she's on the cover with the VTuber with them, like, interlocking elbows. If she wasn't.
Like the fucking next day, she's gonna get that postcard and give it to him like shit.
I could give you one if you want. Huh? I have one I could give you. One what? You playing dumb or something? The hand-signed postcard. I have an extra one laying around that I could give you. Who's just an extra limited time hand-signed postcard from one of the biggest VTubers just laying around? I guess you could call me a big fan. Do you want it or not? Of course I want it. But I just can't take it for free. That's okay. I don't need your money. Are you low-key trying to flex on me? Instead, you can get on your knees and beg for it. I would in a heartbeat. Okay, that's totally worth it. I started to fall on my knees and lower. Wait, stop! Don't actually do it. Rat's laughter at her instant response. I think that's the first time I've seen you flustered. Alright. Maybe I should just throw the postcard in the trash. Wait, please, I'm sorry. I hope you are.
Damn.
Anyway, I actually have to get going soon. I know you have nothing else to do tomorrow, so let's meet up somewhere in the afternoon. That way I can give you the postcard to you. And you also promised to let me borrow your manga volumes. That can be how you repay me. I pull out my phone to catch time. I actually have to get going soon as well. I can't miss Mina's stream tonight. But still, just letting you borrow manga for that postcard doesn't sound like a fair trade. You're right, I'll throw in some money as well. As much as I would like some extra money, I still want to repay you back somehow in the future. Fine. If it's just for the sake of making yourself feel better, then sure. Anyway, giveth me thou contact info so I can tell you where to meet. Oh, sure. Perform a quick exchange of contacts. I'll message you tonight. Alright, sounds good. Will this be your first time messaging a girl? Have you know that I have a loving older sister that takes every opportunity to check up on how I am? Shouma, that's not something you tell a girl. That just seems weird.
It is weird.
I see. How sweet. I guess that answers my question. Okay, let's go. Oh, don't just leave after making a job like that. She's already walking away. I catch up to her when we make our way out of the park back the way we came. The light breeze and ample greenery make for a pleasant atmosphere as we walk through the trail. Maybe I should go outside more often. No way.
The person actually going outside unwell.
The faint bustle town sounds of our footsteps are the only things we hear as we make our way down the street. Doesn't feel like one of those awkward silences where one of us feels like there has to be an ongoing conversation. This is a comfortable silence. Even though Saga asks a lot of questions and can carry on a conversation, she doesn't particularly seem like an outgoing or extroverted person. I can tell that she appreciates this type of silence as much as I do. She seems to be the type of person who spends a lot of her time thinking about this stuff. So maybe times like this are nice for her to reflect. Glance over at her. Yep, seems like she's lost in thought. Still don't have the slightest idea what goes through her mind, even after talking with her more today. Honestly, that might be for the better. Both in terms of the content of her thoughts and that she can keep me on my toes. It's not that my own thoughts and Karazaka make the sudden stop. This is the direction I have to go. She points to the branching path on the road. Oh, I go straight from here? I guess I'll see you tomorrow then? Yeah, don't miss me too much and start messaging me like crazy. I have some stuff to do tonight. Ha, how conceited of you to think that I would possibly want to touch you or watching Mana stream. Yeah, you're right. I wouldn't want you missing out on her stream. She turns to leave and walks away quietly until she's out of sight. Did she look sad because of what I said? Thought she would bounce back those kind of jabs without a problem. Maybe I'm just an idiot who has no idea how to talk to people. Maybe.
Yes, extremely.
Why do I do this? Now I want to apologize if I said anything out of line. Show me she'll be this night. I don't want to seem like I'm being pushy. She just told me that she'll message me on where to meet tomorrow. I guess I'll wait until then. I take a deep breath and make my way home with an all too familiar feeling in my mind. I really do hate myself. Aw, Shouma. Me too, but like, fuck, bro. I at least go through the internet to buy time until the start of Mana's stream. My eyes wash over the sea of posts about VTubers. Many of the are self-promotions by VTubers themselves on upcoming streams, and others are just memes about what happened in a stream this week. I think back to what I talked about with Saga today. I wonder how many of these VTubers are people that took the leap to put themselves out there so they can share what they love and express themselves. Or maybe they're just looking to make a connection with people. I'm sure there are people who are riding the wave and are just doing it for fun, but I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with that. Even if you're doing it for something as simple as having fun, there's this a connection between them and the community that isn't as simple. I'd only thought about it from the viewer's perspective. Fuck, I can't talk today. But Saga is right. VTubers also form their own unique connection with their viewers that can't be described. It's just a statistic. It'd be nice if that's something that they could do with security and peace of mind. Talking Saga really put things into perspective. Streaming and content creation in general isn't always going to be reliable. VTubers only recently exploded in popularity, and we have no idea if that will still be the case in a few years from now. If you do that as your only source of income, then treating as a job might change your view of your passion. And if you're using it as a way to escape from reality, then it's not like you're safe from those feelings. I've seen plenty of VTubers struggle with growth. And once you tie in the feelings of success and failure into your passion, you might end up tired of pursuing it. That's likely a lot more things I don't realize about VTubing. My thoughts are interrupted by the start of Mana's intro. Kamina, it's your shining star in the night sky. Mana Orion. How's everybody doing tonight? Good. Alright, good, great. Bad? Well, you're in luck, because I'm here now. You'll be having a good time in my stream, and I won't be taking no for an answer. Okay, who's saying no? Show yourself. This is where everybody either tries to hide the one that said that, or they'll spam me with the smiley face. It's like everybody's saying me. I might have to ban all of chat at this rate. But I'm merciful, so I'll let you guys go. We're playing this gacha game that I recently picked up. It's called Aeon Nova. I heard a lot of good things about this game, but didn't really have the chance to play it much, so the publisher contacted me for a sponsored stream. So I played for a bit and started liking it a lot, mostly because the character designs are so cute. Oh no, not another gacha game stream. How much is she gonna spend this time? Guys, stop saying oh no. I'm just trying to get one of the 5 stars. Just one, that's all. And I looked with the rates beforehand. The expected amount is about 10,000 yen for this particular one. Where have I seen this before? Shut up, Jeff. Shut up. Shut up, Jeff. Last time she had a gacha game stream, she got incredibly unlucky with the character she wanted and had to hit the pity or amount needed to guarantee the character. And I've heard this particular game she's playing right now doesn't have a pity system. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Please never let me get into a gacha game that does not have a pity system. I will go bankrupt.
Oh, we know.
I will go very, very bankrupt. The intro of this game is so cute. I've already played through all the tutorials and learned the basics. So I could get true to the character pooling because I know that's what you are all here for. It's true. People are attracted to seeing other people gamble. He's not wrong. That's just spamming pool win over and over. Alright, this should be where I can buy all the gems to pull. I've already loaded in 10,000 yen worth of gems to summon. Mia starts humming to herself happily as she casually exchanges all of her in-game paid currency to summoning orbs in one set of clicks. Okay, let's go! Mana changes the pitch of her voice up and down in a playful manner. So I'm looking for Haruka-chan. I've already done my research. She seems like one of the best units, as well as being the cutest out of all of these girls. Basically what I'm saying is we're meant to be. If I don't get her, then I don't know what I'm going to do. I might have to take my anger out on you guys if that happens. Okay, I'm starting now. Cursor hovers over the temple button, but man has yet to press it. It would be funny if I just stalled here. I'm sure everybody's waiting in anticipation for her to press the button and see what she gets. So like her to mess with everybody and just wait. Chats are spamming about being edged. Everybody has their eyes glued to the screen and is drilling all over their keyboards in anticipation. Fine, I'll do it. Amanda finally presses the button. The screen changes to a beautiful animation of a portal appearing. The portal glows with a golden hue to indicate that she had gotten a 5-star. Aha! Amanda starts screaming in excitement at obtaining a 5-star in her first set of summons. Huh? Already? Aren't those chances like 2%? I can see the wave of streamerlet coming in. See guys, this is what I meant when I said Haruka-chan and I were meant to be. Stop saying pre-record stream. You guys are basically calling yourself chatbots. Mask gets through the lower rarity characters until she gets the golden glow. Only to be met with a character distinct from the one she was aiming for. Ah, this is the wrong character. There are 2 5-stars on this particular summon, and I got the wrong one. That's okay, Yui-chan is also cute. And it was only the first set of summons, so that's still lucky. Let's keep going! Man quickly burns through the remainder of her summons without any instances of the golden glow. So that's an audible groan as she reaches the last of her summons. I went through 80 without a single 5-star. Surely this will be the one. The pole glows with a golden hue as Maya uses the last of her pools. Maya's model jerks up and she lets out a gasp. This is the one! Maya quickly skips through the animations of lower rarity characters until she's met with the golden animation. A familiar face pops out as Haruka has once again evades being summoned. Oh no. Oh no! No! Why? Haruka-chan, why? The owl squeak chair can be heard as Man's smile falls backwards until it reaches the limit of its motions range. Everybody's just sending the Mana crying emote while others are reveling in Mana's gotcha suffering. Can't say I feel any different. Mana's frozen model indicates that the real-life person is still sulking back in her chair and hasn't entered the visual range of her motion capture. Suddenly, the squeaking of a chair can be heard as Mana's model starts moving again. You know what? That's alright. That was just the expected value. That just means I'm below average in terms of luck. That happens. You know what they say about the sunk cost truth? Can't let that money I just spent go to waste. I'm pretty sure it's called sunk cost fallacy? Let me turn the display off so I can charge more gems. The game displays black as the sound of a plastic card can be heard being dropped on a table. And starts humming to herself happily as to point out the irony of large amounts of money that can be dropped on so casually on gacha games. The game display returns right where it had been when it had disconnected. Haruka-chan will be mine. Minutes pass, the summons are quickly used in session without any sightings of a gold portal. Man doesn't say anything, but every temple that is used without 5-star man closes her eyes and tilts her head upward slowly and silently to reflect her agony. Pain. It's the only word that comes from man in the past 50 summons. Jesus Christ. She uses her second to last temple without a veil. She gives her more exaggerated silent display of pain yet last temple. That's okay. I still got another 10. Surely this will be the one. Oh, sweetheart. You can make it through this, Mana. This is painful to watch, but it's also funny to see her exaggerated reactions. It's like the life got sucked out of her. Reminds me of Karazaka. Yes, Shouma, put two and two together! A golden portal appears as Amanda widens her eyes and leans forward. This is it! This is the one! Sounds Amanda mashing her screen can be heard as she quickly skips through the animations. On her 9th summon, she is met again with a familiar face. No! Man, once again, scenes backward as a familiar image of the character Yui populates the screen. Haruka-chan, why? Waves of emotes in the word pain search through the chat window. I guess it wasn't meant to meet. Maybe we were just mad transitions. In that screen while talking, a golden glow appears with a new image. Ah! She got 2 gold stars? In one temple? You lucky little hole. Haruka-chan. Mia rapidly starts copying and chopping on the desk to express her excitement without damaging thing. Ah! You did love me after all. Come here. Ma. Sounds of kissing there uncomfortably close to a microphone can be heard through the stream. I chuckle. How Amanda has made this bullying session out to be some sort of emotional journey for her. You really did come home after all. Time to drop every resource I have into her. Amanda deftly navigates through the array of menu options to reach the section to grow characters. There we go. And this too. There's something I want to mention. I've been seeing it come up when I was looking this game up. Please don't will shame. Please value things. People value things differently and could have no problem spending money on something they enjoy because they think it's worth it. If someone consciously decides it's worth to spend X amount of money for a Y% chance to get something they want, and they're not compromising other things that they value more, then that's completely fine. Don't shame them because they decide to spend a bunch of money on just a video game or anything similar. That's just being insensitive to our subjective experiences. It's okay to spend money on things we enjoy. I'm not trying to promote gacha addiction in this stream though. Through my own spending. I thought this was worth it for me to do as content and for my own enjoyment. If I didn't get what I want, I wouldn't have regretted it because I consciously decided it was worth it to spend this money on the chance I get what I want. Of course people can get addicted and end up spending money that they otherwise think is better used in other things, but they can't stop themselves. But we can't know for sure until we get a bigger picture. I don't see it in this community really, but I see it a lot elsewhere on the internet. So I'll try to be more mindful of others' experiences and values, okay? Of a sudden, but not completely out of nowhere. I see it as well on the internet all the time. It's not just gacha games, but it applies to a lot of other hobbies. I think most people scoff at the amount of money I spend on merchandise and donating, but it's what I enjoy. I don't regret it. Okay, all done. Let's use our submissions now. After navigating through the menu options for the mission screen, the screen is soon filled with tiled spaces to reveal a turn-based grid system. Mia effortlessly starts placing units on the board with intent. Hasn't she only started recently? I guess she's always been good at grasping game concepts. A quick glance over the chat window to see that people are already trying to backseat by telling her to use other units. Guys, I've told you this before, it's much more productive to frame your views in a way that's constructive, rather than trying to tell someone that what they're doing is wrong. Instead of saying that unit's bad, at least that other one, you can say something like, I think this unit's not optimal for this level because it specializes in long range, while the map design is more compact, as well as having less synergy with my other units. That way, we're understanding why something might not be optimal, instead of pushing views on each other without any reasoning. As always, Mia surprises me at how adept she is at handling issues, because that's why she's a top VTuber. Always composed and strong-minded without being too pushy, when she should be. Mana manages to clear the levels with relative ease while regularly interacting with chat. This continues on for about an hour and a half. That should be good enough for the content that I can do right now without refilling on energy. I think I'll move on to reading super chats and just hang out for a bit. Okay, first off is Minifin No, fan number 211 cent. I love this game. So glad you got sponsored. I'm looking forward to how you play. Aw, thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. I know there's a lot of different approaches to reading donation messages, especially depending on stream platform, but I'm surprised someone as big as Mana still reads out every single super chat. Also, it seems like a ton of work, and I can see why VTubers wouldn't, depending on their approach. It really does help the community feel closer with her. Super chat reading continues on, with Mana able to provide active responses to any questions or inquiries that were thrown at her. Next, we have Johnson2427 son. And I wanted to send a super chat to tell you how much your streams mean to me. I'm going through a really rough time, and you've been a light that shines through the darkness. You saved me. I don't think I'd be around if it weren't for you, so thank you. Oh boy, it's one of those messages. I mean, I can understand where he's coming from. He probably thinks that we flattered him away for being such an important part of his life. But this feelings are so strong that he can't contain it. But nobody wants to take that burden of being the only hope for someone. It's just too overbearing. Right? And so I'm really glad my streams could be a place of solace for you. That little bit of light is the only thing I can really provide. The only person that can save you is yourself. I don't have the power to save anybody. Heck, I don't even have the power to save myself. I really hope you find the strength to turn things around. Huh? What did she mean by that? Don't worry about you guys. I'm here to try and spread smiles as best I can by sharing the things I love. We never know what anybody behind the screen might be going through. I wish for this to continue being a place that everybody can come to for comfort through whatever tough times you might be going through. I'd just like Mana to say, she continues to be a pillar of support for so many people. That strength is what made so many people look up to her, but I'm still wondering what she meant when she said that she doesn't have the power to save herself. Alright, next up is Mana continued to read super chats for about an hour until she was finished with the last one. I think that's the last one. I think I'm going to call it for tonight now. That was a fun stream, but I gotta get some things ready for some stuff tomorrow. Don't forget about my anniversary coming up. Ayasumana. Bye bye. You can only save yourself, huh? I don't know if that's entirely true to my experience. I'm not a strong person. I wasn't able to save myself. I had to turn to VTubers for comfort. There's no way that Mana could feel as powerless as I do. I mean, look at how much influence she has, and how many people love her. How could she be someone who isn't strong enough to save herself? In the back of my mind, I knew what it was that I was suddenly wishing for. Stop. There's no way I could ever be someone who could save someone like Mana. That's just conceited and self-righteous. These are the kind of thoughts that I wish I wouldn't have. Why am I such a hypocrite, wanting to be someone that can save others, and I have nothing to offer? My thoughts are interrupted by the notification sound on my phone. Oh yeah, I forgot that Karazaka would message me. Didn't miss me too much, did you? No. Harsh. Smart to be fine with you? Yeah, that's okay. There's a classroom room 402 in the economics building in the west wing of campus at Numazu that nobody ever checks. I usually hang out there by myself when I want a place to sit down and think. Doors should still be open for summer courses, but most people should be gone for break. That okay with you? Yeah. Alright, don't forget the manga volumes, or you'll regret it. Okay. You alright? I realize I've been letting my mood show over that's such a stupid mistake. Now I've got Karazaka worrying about someone like me. Oh, sorry, haha, nothing happened. This just shows how little I that's how dumb of me. There's no response back. I sat in my chair staring at my phone for a good minute. Suddenly, my phone starts ringing. It's Karazaka. Eh? I paused for a second to process what was happening. To realize what was happening, I quickly answered the call as to not make her wait. Karazaka? Hey. Hey, what's up? Is there a reason you called? Oh, I just wanted to confirm something for tomorrow and figured it was easier to call. Sure, what is it? Well, I first wanted to ask, how was Mana's stream? Well, it was great as always. She's as kind, funny, and strong as she always is. I see. There's nothing you found disappointing? Disappointing? Like what? I don't know. Anything, I guess. Not really. It's hard to imagine that I would end up being disappointed with her stream. I see. So, it wasn't my fault. What do you mean? Nothing. So, what's been going on with you? She literally just told you she's her. She quite literally. Shouma, how can you be this stupid? Besides the shame, I immediately recalled the thoughts I was having before being messaged by Karazaka. There's no way I'm going to burden Karazaka with something as insignificant as that. My problems are not worth her concern. Or time. Nothing much, I was just feeling tired. Say, have you ever thought about how contradictory it is for people who are closer to rely on each other more? It doesn't sound contradictory to me. People are going to rely on each other more if they're closer, no? I don't mean it like that. I'm talking about how people who are closer can rely on each other more, but by relying on them, they're also placing some of their burden onto them. Which is the last thing someone will want to do to others they care about, no? Oh, that's what I meant. Yeah, that's true. By getting closer, you become more inclined to do something that you wouldn't want to do to someone you care about. It almost seems self-damaging. Yeah. The person I remember bringing like that is my older sister. I care about her a lot. She's always checking up on me. But I end up not being able to hide my emotional state too well in the past. And I end up causing her to worry about me. Now she blames herself for not being able to help me. And I hate myself for that. Why am I telling her this? We just had a conversation about burning hours. Now I'm telling her about my problems. Technically, she's the one who asked, but I didn't have to give any details. That's weird. I feel oddly at peace sharing this information with Karazaka. Your sister sounds like a kind person. She really is, which is honestly all the more reason I shouldn't be wasting her time and energy with my insignificant issues. Come on, I've told you this before. Your struggles still matter to you, don't they? Yeah, I remember, but I don't think it matters whether they're significant or not. I still wouldn't want to burden her either way. I feel the same way. I've made the mistake of sharing my burdens to someone I've cared deeply about in the past. Things changed for me, and I just ended up causing them pain. My very existence became a source of resentment. The sad part is that they did nothing wrong, and I don't blame them. It was just a natural feeling that came about. Hurt the most is that they still treated me with kindness and wanted to keep associating with me afterwards. I couldn't bear to continue causing them pain. Kazaka seemed like she wanted to continue, but stopped herself. As it is, she's told me more about herself than she's ever done in our previous conversation. Sorry, I said too much. I didn't mean to bother you with that. That's alright, but doesn't that mean you care about me? Since you don't want to burden me with that? Hey, good one. Can't but break a smile despite the tone of the conversation. Say, you wouldn't consider us close, would you? Well, it's only been 2 days since we met, and we haven't really talked too much. I think so too, so I want to say, if there's anything you want to talk about and you don't want to burden someone you're close with, I don't mind listening if it makes you feel better. I can't guarantee that I'll have any answers though. No, I think that may be the most unique way I've ever seen someone be thoughtful. Well, sorry for being weird. No, I'm actually really thankful. And I find it kind of refreshing. Most people I know will just tell me to not hesitate to rely on them. And I wouldn't be able to tell if they're just trying to be nice or not. Maybe I'm just trying to be nice or I'm not. It doesn't really seem that way to me. But thanks. The same goes for you though. I'm open to listening to anything. Okay, get ready for my life story in 3, 2, 1. Wait, I think that's going a bit too fast. I hear Kazaka give an audible laugh despite her pulling the phone away from her face. Maybe you'll get my life story at a higher bond level. I don't think I want to know what bond level you're going to require of me to get that. Don't worry, there's always the pay to win option. Yeah. Something gotcha is evil, something Yui-chan wasn't going to wait for her net spinner. Looks like you already know my life story. It's how you're defining your life? I hear nurseries and muffled laughs coming from the other end of the line. No, but really, thanks. It's kinda weird. I wouldn't usually share anything about my past. I want to burn anybody. But there was a bit of comfort in sharing that part about my past I mentioned earlier. Even if it was really vague. I feel the same way. Maybe it's because we both know we don't want to burden others. You're saying it's about that mutual understanding? Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Who knows? But thanks. I'm feeling a lot better now. Oh, so you really were bothered by something? No? Just feeling a little less tired is all. I sure wish I could say the same about my own fatigue. You're welcome. I really didn't do anything though. I don't even know what you were going through, and even if I did, I don't think I would have had the strength to help you. Reminds me of what Minna said. She's not the strength to save you, anyone, even herself. Was that actually Minna saying that? What do you mean? Nothing. That was definitely something. It's getting kind of late, so let's talk more tomorrow. I'll make sure to bring your postcard. Oh yeah, I almost forgot about that. Sure, thanks. Oh yeah, you called because you mentioned you wanted to come and tell them tomorrow. What was it? Oh, that. Are you fine with the agreed upon meeting time and place? Yeah, cool. See you tomorrow then. Wait, that's it? Yeah, something wrong? I mean, not that there's anything wrong. You know what? Never mind. Okay, good. I shouldn't really waste her consideration. Yeah, so I want to apologize to her. Oh, one more thing before you go. Apologies in case I said anything out of line before you left earlier. Don't worry, you didn't say anything online. It's not anything wrong with you. It's just me. Night. Before I can say anything, I hear the sound of the clock hanging up. I get from my chair and drag myself to bed. I stare at the ceiling of my room, blankly taking in the monochromatic view. First glance at Karagaka's personal experiences weighed on my mind. So Kazaka ended up being a source of resentment from people she cared about. Those people still wished to associate with her despite that resentment. That doesn't sound right. Why would you want to keep associating with someone that you resent? I wonder what happened afterwards. Karasaka thought she'd be causing them pain just by dissing. And what would she do? I don't really want to think about that. She felt like her actions caused pain to the people that she cared about, and I can't imagine that feeling too great for her either. I wonder if she hates herself because of it. Every glimpse I get into Karasaka thoughts, the more confused I get. Let's just go to sleep for tomorrow. Alright, and that is the end of part 3. I will see you guys